but early on, you put brand and SEO together in your title. And now with the advent of LLMs, people are really waking up, like at least who Shirok works with. Our CMOs are terrified about brand protection, particularly it relates to what ChatGPT and other LLMs are saying about their brand, and also getting their brand mentioned. Right? They're starting to really realize the importance of that. And traditionally, SEO people were like, "Hey, we're about keywords, we're about SERPs, we're about all these metrics that we could hack a little bit." But now we're actually having to be good writers. We're investing in brand again. You saw that early on. Do you mind just walking me through that journey? Why that was so important to you very early on in your career?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I just kind of fell into it, like everything else
Like all of us? Yeah.
in SEO. By the way, on like that brand thing, like I'll blow your mind. Like a side point, we track branded keywords. No one tracks branded prompts, which is like
Okay.
mind blowing because LLMs are a half brand, half performance asset, if that much. But I kind of fell into it. I was back at Rank Ranger, which is an SEO platform that got bought up by SimilarWeb. Doesn't actually exist anymore, which is kind of sad. It got completely absorbed like half the other rank trackers, let's be a little honest. Which, by the way, if you want to know, like, where's our LLM tracker, like AI tool going to go look back at the SEO industry 10 years ago and see how many rank trackers are left. Anywho, but I fell into this by accident. I was working at this company and we're trying to figure out I was in charge of their content. How do I generate content inertia on a
Hmm.
very little budget? And the one thing that we did have was data, lots of data. And I would farm out data, search engine journal, search engine land, SE roundtable. And that's where I made the connection that, okay, the performance side increased and the brand side also increased. They're not two separate things. It's all one thing. And my brain is naturally hardwired to think like that anyway. So I didn't
So
do
from
anything.
early on, you were writing for humans with data and original data that was interesting to humans, not algorithms.
Right. I was not trying to write for the algorithm. We're thinking we're trying to hit keywords. I'm not saying we weren't trying to do that, but the fundamental issue that we had at that moment was not that. The fundamental issue back then is 10 years ago already was in the market, Moz was the main player. See how like things have changed.
That's right.
Yeah. And SEMrush was up and coming also. And both of those two companies did a great job, at least back in the day, of really having a certain, I call it inertia or momentum to their marketing. Oz had Rand Fishkin, they had the whole Whiteboard Friday thing, they had the whole community thing going on. Merch had a certain vibe in the beginning that I think so, but it's definitely matured, but it definitely had a certain amount of traction in the beginning. And we were a small platform that didn't have much of an identity or much of a presence outside of the fact we had really great quality data. So how do we leverage some momentum in marketing? I feel like marketing is fundamentally not fun. Marketing is fundamentally about communication. I think people
Yes.
miss that boat all the time. But if you want to give me like a secondary thing, it's about momentum. Like, and if
Mm.
you overlook that momentum and like the swing back around to the SEO side, all these algorithms are just moths, and they're attracted to whichever has the biggest digital light. And
Mm.
people will harp on, oh, big brands, and Google loves big brands and blah, 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 which is true, but not for the reason that you think. The reason is not because they're just paying Google off or they're just paying whatever way to get they happen to have a huge presence, part of which is their big budgets, but Google likes that presence. If you could somehow replicate that in whatever way you possibly can, that will help you.